For the first time in 30 years, China has ditched setting a target for its economic growth. In the opening of Beijing's parliamentary session on Friday, Premier Li Keqiang said the country's primary goal would be to weather the impact of the coronavirus. But it was the political developments that stole headlines. China has proposed a new security law for Hong Kong, which critics say could be used to crack down on protesters. But the Chinese Premier says the bill is an important step to uphold the one country, two systems policy.
We will fully and faithfully implement the policy of one China, two systems, under which people of Hong Kong govern Hong Kong and people of Macau govern Macau, with a high degree of autonomy for both regions. We will establish sound legal systems and enforcement mechanisms for safeguarding national security in the two special administrative regions and see that the governments of the two regions fulfill their constitutional responsibilities.
Here's Hennessy in Hong Kong with more on how the bill will impact the city.
Well, opposition politicians and pro-democracy activists were talking about this new law as if it could be the beginning of the end for Hong Kong as we know it. Certainly it is likely to be a game changer. The proposals will mean mainland intelligence agencies could set up bases here in the city. That will, of course, raise fears that Chinese authorities can directly enforce rules around things like sedition and terrorism. Those have been key accusations levelled at protesters over the last year as they've tried to stop what they call greater mainland influence in this city. Now, Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam said her government will fully cooperate with the Chinese parliament to complete the legislation. She says it will not affect rights, freedoms, nor judicial independence. But the news has already sparked calls for more protests. Now, some people certainly seem to think the city will lose some of its freedoms. It's also sending jitters across the business and diplomatic communities too. It hit financial markets today. The Hang Seng Index here nosedived. We witnessed the largest daily percentage drop since July 2015. Bankers and headhunters, they came out today and said this planned legislation is expected to lead the flight of capital and talent from here. Now, as for what's next for Hong Kong, that's an increasingly difficult question to answer. But what I can say is we have already seen a notable police presence on the streets here today, and the scene does look set for more clashes once again.